Now, someone is asking whether Etica Money Market Fund is a scam, whether they can invest there. They actually want a review of the company, especially in the money market fund. So what I know is that the company is not old enough. It was started in around 2021 by Kenyans. One of them was working for Saiton, and before that he was working for Britam. Now if you look at the management, all of them are Kenyans. They are Kenyans. So when joining, it's very easy to join. You just go to the website and fill the form, and you are there. Now you just need minimum of 100 shillings to join, and if you're a foreigner, $100, which is very easy to get. So you'll be contributing every month or anytime you have money. Now when withdrawing through M-Pesa, you cannot withdraw more than 100,000 shillings per month. Any transfer per day, any transaction, not more than 100,000 shillings. But when it comes to other money market fund companies, they allow even more than 100,000 shillings. So this one limits you. Now there's a question mark there. So they don't want you to withdraw all the money at once when using M-Pesa. Now the interest rate, if you look at it, Etica has got one of the highest interest rates in the country. It ranges between 14% and 18%. They invest your money in treasury bills, and they are regulated by a capital markets authority. Your money is deposited in Equity Bank, and you kona hiyo pesa yenu. Now you want to know whether it's a good company to invest in. And there's something I said earlier. Now I've been talking about money market fund. When I invest, I just look at the management and the profile of the company. If it's a new company, if all the management, the people you see on the profile on the website are Kenyans, I don't put all my money in that company. For example, if I have 100 million, I don't put all that money in one company. I can just distribute that money into 4 companies. So if you are making a profit of 10,000 per day and you invest 9,000 in Etica Money Market Fund, make sure you don't invest for long. In Kenya, anything can happen, even if a company is regulated. Anything can happen. So what you do, the best thing, I'm not saying that it's bad, and that is if you have invested for long, you understand what I'm saying. So for instance, if you have for example, you want to invest 50,000 shillings per month, what you'll do, identify 3 companies which are offering money market fund. You can identify Safaricom, which is ED, Etica, and also CIC or Old Mutual. 3 of them. So with 50,000, you can put 30,000 in Etica. You can put maybe 10,000 in CIC and 10,000 in ZD Money Market Fund. That way, you have diversified your investments and your risks. So even if you lose, you'll not lose from all the 3 companies. And one thing you should know is that you have looked at the interest rate. I also said that when the interest rate is very high, for example, Etica interest rate is very high, almost the highest in the industry. And of course, it's not associated with the Saiton investment, but I know you understand what happened to Saiton. At first, they were doing very well. Investors came in large numbers. It reached a time when they started diversifying, using the money the investors has put in the company to do other projects, especially in real estate. And they did not expect what happened. There's a case in court. So if Etica also will use this money to invest, if they diversify in the future and they start getting problems, you might even be affected. It's a very young company. At this time, it's very good to invest in the company at this time, but it will grow and reach a certain level where now you see the true colors. But at the moment, if you have money, just invest, but don't invest for a long period of time. For example, 10 years, 20 years. Normally, new companies do very well at first. The interest rate can be 18%, minimum 14%, but when it grows, right now, they're worth around 6 billion from 3 billion 1 year ago. People are investing in large numbers. It will reach a time the interest will drop drastically from those 18%, 17, 14, and later on up to 7% as you grow. So at the moment, you take advantage of this high interest rate and invest, but invest for a short term. And don't put all your money in just a single account in money market fund. It might be regulated. Even SACCOs, you've seen what is happening. SACCOs are regulated, but you see, Cusco, what happened? Ekeza, now we have Metropolitan and other SACCOs, which might even collapse. And they are regulated. Their interest is very high. The members were very comfortable and invested all their money in those SACCOs. So the same thing can happen to even money market fund. And since management are all Kenyans, I said when a company is owned by, it has subsidiaries, it has branches in other countries, that is a very stable company. And it has been in the industry for something like 20 years, 30 years. You don't expect that company to go under anytime soon. But a new company is a company you don't even know its future. One of its directors can die and leave a vacuum, and from there you wrangles start and they lock your money. But that company, which is so big, even if a director dies, nothing will happen. Even if a director resigns, nothing will happen. To just continue operating. So that is what happens with small companies. And when the interests are attractive, as high as 18%, people rush to invest there. Now problems start. They begin when the money is too much, and now these people want to diversify. They go into real estate. They start investing in cryptocurrency secretly. Pesa ikikunywa maji, pia mnaenda. Pesa hii inaenda kabisa. But for the moment, it is a good company to invest in, but in short term, not 20 years from now, not 15 years from now, maximum of 3 years. Na ikizidi ni 5 years. So if you are putting your money, invest within a year, withdraw and do something with your money. Then start investing. Don't invest 1 year, you invest second year, you invest third year, and then in your 4th year, you hear that your money is locked, you cannot withdraw. That is the problem. So there are very many advantages of investing there and a few disadvantages. So one advantage is that the initial capital is very small and affordable, 100 shillings. It can attract anybody. The small fish, the big fish. Their interest rate is very high, one of the highest in the industry, up to 18%. That is an encouragement. If you invest 1 million, you are sure of getting more than 160,000 shillings every year. That's another encouragement. The third one is that their reviews are very good. So far, we have not had any problem with the fund. Also, they have various ways to deposit your money. You can deposit through their pay bill, through bank account if you are in Kenya. They also attract people from even abroad. You can invest from abroad. That's another advantage if you are in abroad. They also have details, all the details in their website. Just go visit there and learn about them. One disadvantage is that you cannot withdraw through M-Pesa over 100,000. That's one disadvantage. The second one is that it's relatively new. And when a company is new, you have to be very cautious. That's a very big disadvantage. And the fact that the interest is very high raises some question marks. It's a disadvantage for them. So people want to invest for long will be very cautious about it. And another disadvantage is that the management and the founders, some of them are associated with Saiton, which had a model that disadvantaged investors. I don't know whether you will employ the same model in Etica Money Market Fund, but so far the management has shown that they are good. So the disadvantages are very few. So if you want to invest, start now and see. When you decide to take a risk, just take a risk. You don't know what the future holds, but be very cautious, because if you lose all your money, you may not recover. So that's all about this money market fund. If you have a question, if you have invested, and if at all you don't want to invest, you have other options. You can just compare and join. but it's good to invest when interest is high, because I know in the next few years it will reduce. Take advantage of this time and put your money there. So you can just comment and also subscribe to get more information and videos.